Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. That shows where my mindset's at as I'm ready to do this. Rather pit my nose. Anyway, this is a request for Jaya or Gia, Jea. I'm not sure if that's Jaya or Gia or J. Sorry if I mispronounced it, but it's a request for a commentary for Batman and Robin. And for those who want to send in requests for reactions or movie topic videos, reviews, whatever, you just send it either straight to my PayPal, a request, or join my Patreon. Both links are down in the info box. If you want, if not, no worries. But it's funny how I'm doing this when the trailer for the new Batman came out, and I've seen that trailer for the new Batman quite a few times, and I enjoy it more and more. I'm actually really intrigued by it. I like the David Fincher vibe to it. It's a welcome change of pace for me. So now I go for a film that hopefully will be like David Fincher style to this bullshit. So 3, 2, 1, pressing play. I love Joel Schumacher. May he rest in peace. I think he's an underrated director. I love and reviewed 8mm. I love DC Cab, Lost Boys, Falling Down, A Time to Kill, Phone Booth. Quite a few of those films I reviewed, and I enjoy them. Joel Schumacher's a really good director. It's just he did bullshit like this, and even if you watch the making of, the toy companies got their hands in, can you do this, can you do this, can you do this? A lot of compromises, and you get this bullshit. Which you could kind of watch as campy, silly, goofy, to make fun of type of thing. And sadly, I would rather watch this than The Dark Knight Rises. I don't care how much shit I get. Dark Knight Rises is boring as fuck. At like 30, 40 minutes longer than this. And Dark Knight Rises is boring. This is just embarrassing. I'm sure I already pissed people off. I don't care. I don't like either. Ash. I don't know why it is up with the ass shots. And then, because they're like statues. And nipples, because there's like statues. Well, the Batman films I like is Batman 89, Batman Returns. Honestly, that's it for live action films. Batman Forever is okay, but I don't love Batman Forever. This is pretty damn bad. I'm not a fan of Nolan's Batman films. I like Ben Affleck. I wish he would have gotten his standalone movie. I know he's going to be in the new Flash film, which I don't care about a Flash movie. I do like a lot of the DC animated films. I like Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, voiced by Peter Weller. I enjoy Chits did the car. This is why Superman worked so long. I mean, if that's not a summoning of doom, I don't know what the hell is. I mean, I'll say this. There's some money on the screen. The fact that they literally have to go through 2 introductions with the music. Like, here's the car, the reveal, the build-up music. Now they do the same thing with Robin, his motorcycle. The fact that Michael Goff is in these as Alfred makes you go, so this is the same guy that fought Joker. This is the same guy that, fought Catwoman the Penguin. And then Pat Hingle. Akiva Goldsman, that's one of your big flaws with the movie. You get that fucking hack to write it. I mean, there's some budget behind it. I just try to be creative in its visual style. Oh, this looks like something that'd be in Las Vegas. Arnold Schwarzenegger was such a piss poor choice for Mr. Freeze. I guess he got like a lot of money for this. I'm sorry, he didn't deserve it. I love Arnold, but this is one of his worst performances. Just so goofy, campy, awful upon awful lines. Because Batman Returns, which I enjoy, was viewed as too dark and too Tim Burton-esque. So let's loosen it up for Batman Forever, which I think was a big downgrade, honestly. I don't hate Batman Forever, but I don't watch it much either. And then like, hey, Batman Forever was a huge hit. George Clooney just did not give a fuck. I mean, hey, Freeze, I'm Batman. What the fuck? Hey, Freeze, I'm Batman. My name's George Clooney. Just came out of the ER after fighting some vampires. How's it going? Fuck. Nice to meet you, Gula. This is Arnold. I'm trying to think if this was before or after his heart surgery. I want to say maybe it was before. Arnold's career was on a downhill slide because his films were not... He was in Eraser, which I love. It didn't do as well at the box office compared to like True Lies and T2. But it might have done okay worldwide. Because like 100 million, it made 100 million in the US, which is not that good when you take in marketing and theater splits with the profits. I'm losing. You got goddamn ice skating villains. And no, I did not grow up with the Adam West TV show. Maybe that's why too. I've seen bits and pieces of Adam West TV show, but I never grew up with the show. I've never seen a full episode of the show. I might have seen the Adam West Batman movie once. But yeah, I never grew up with the show, so... And I didn't watch the show. I still haven't seen the show, really. So maybe that's why I'm like, what the fuck is this? Ice skating villains. And Batman just happens to have fucking roller skates. Like, they just happen to have roller skates. I like George Clooney as an actor. He just doesn't work in this. He just didn't give a fuck. I'm like, Mr. Freeze, like, why would you not get someone like Patrick Stewart or someone like that for Mr. Freeze? Why would you get Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, just because a big name? And apparently most of the time, Chris O'Donnell said in the interview that he didn't really work with Arnold. Like, it was all doubles, like his doubles and Arnold's doubles, and what give the dinosaurs the Ice Age? Stupid fucking lines of dialogue, man. I mean, there's some production value, I'll give you that. Production value of the sets. I mean, this is like a art director's wet dream. But it's a bunch of money and budget wasted on goddamn silly, goofy ass nonsense. It goes fast, I'll say that. So I can't really say it's boring. It's just... I think this is why people... are not acceptable to, well, why don't we make a Batman that's a bit more fun? Just they're afraid of this shit, which I don't blame them. Although, again, with me and Nolan's Batman films, they just seem like they had their head up their ass far too much. But the new Batman movie just seemed... To me, the new Batman seems like a better version of Nolan's films, honestly, to me. But we'll see. Could be a good trailer and it's full of shit. It's happened many times before. The score... I think you have the guy who did the score for the... I want... Elliot Goldenthal, I believe. Decent composer. One of the only things I like about Alien 3 is his score, but he can't save this. Great, a big fucking cock going up in the sky. There's a bunch of cocks inside. I don't know. Now, why would he just freeze his hands? Idea, why freeze Batman's hands? What's the point of that? Why don't you just freeze the entire fucking body? Oh, so that... Because he wouldn't be able to give his stupid fucking speech. Who gives a fuck? Just leave. Freeze well? Give me a fucking break, man. And Mr. Freeze just looks chunky. Chunky asses? Just, yeah, fucking chunky. I don't know, just big, bulky fucking suit. Ugly ass suit. This Chris O'Donnell's Robin. Oh, stop whining, bitching, Robin. Just do the shit and shut the fuck up. Or quit. Or go do your own goddamn thing. I never cared for Robin. That's the thing with Batman and Robin. I prefer the Batman solo. Never cared for the team-ups of Batman and Robin. Whether it be cartoons, animated, whatever. Plus, I just felt it was really stupid that Batman would have this young kid along this dangerous fucking ride and journey. And now they're skyboarding. Like this... I'm sure this opening scene, people were like, what the fuck did I walk into? What the fuck am I watching? I was gonna stay through the fucking rooftops, skip to my loo. And why the fuck would Robin say cowabunga? It's like a goddamn Ninja Turtle movie. Although this is still better than the 2014 Ninja Turtle movie, I'll give you that. Get the fuck out of here. So the freezing the furnace. I kind of want to commend the production design. It's trying to be big and vibrant with its colors and various sets and comic book feel, look of Gotham. And a lot of the budget is on the screen, I'll give you that. It's like shiny keys dangling in front of you. I think they figured that would be enough. Now see, he freezes Robin entirely, but he didn't do that for Batman. It's not that Arnold is having a hard time remembering his lines. Stay cool, bad boy. Can you be cold, Batman? I love Arnold. I love Arnold. I love Predator. I love The Terminator. I love The Running Man. I love Total Recall. I love Commando. But this is one of Arnold's worst performances. Not his worst. His worst is Hercules in New York. But just, I think it's just the script, the tone, and just Arnold just doesn't work as Mr. Freeze. Like, of all the characters, why would you have Arnold be Mr. Freeze? And then Batman just happens to have all these gadgets up his ass. You know, eye skates on his feet, various different lasers. I'm sure he's got a fucking toothbrush and a toothpaste and a toothpick and a dildo and a cock ring. It's just everywhere in his fucking utility belt. If for some reason you didn't think that was campy enough, when you get the Uma Thurman's role in performance, can't be. Like, this is can't be. And maybe that's why some people liked it for the campy. Not for me, man. Not for me. Just with the glasses and trying to be nerdy and loving her plants so much she wants to fuck them pretty much. We need the plants to take over the blah 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 blah. She hasn't turned yet. She's got to talk to Bruce Wayne, right? I think. Maybe that's after. I can't remember. And for some reason they had to include people like Bane in this. Although he looks more Bane than fucking Dark Knight Rises Bane, I'll say that. I don't know, like Dark Knight Rises Bane just sound like fucking if Sean Connery wanted to play Darth Vader. Hello, Batman, what do you think you're doing today? Do you think you're going to the party today? I don't know, Batman. I would like to welcome you to die. Fucking Darth Connery. Fucking Darth Vader Sean Connery. But this is not good either. I mean, just fucking... This is like Bane can't even talk. I'm like, I think Bane can talk, but the fuck do I know? They just threw Bane in there just for shits and giggles. Like, hey, people kind of know who Bane is, so just throw him in there. I'm like, they know Bane, but not in this. I like the people he's talking to, John Glover. Like the... It looks like a fucking Naked Gun movie. Like when Leslie Nielsen went into the opening of the Naked Gun and was beating up Idi Amin and Gorbachev and all those guys. I tell you, I just really fucking don't want to talk about this fucking movie, man. Wee. Oh shit, I electrocute. Whatever. Fry your ass. They must have thought Bane was just Hulk smash. They just didn't give a fuck. That's the thing. This seems like a movie that you just throw whatever shit you can against the wall and make a film for kids. And yeah, this is a bad movie, but Joel Schumacher, don't judge his entire career based on this stupid fucking movie. Okay? This maniacal scheme for world domination? I mean, they purposely were trying to do this campy, goofy fucking film. Because they saw elements of that in Batman Forever, and they thought that's what people liked and what people weren't, and people liked Batman Forever, so they amplified it, and it backfired. And this was the year we had all films like Speed 2, Cruise Control. You had Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World. You had Men in Black. You had Anaconda. The Fifth Element. I said, just go watch The Fifth Element. Just go watch Men in Black. Go watch some of these other movies. I'd rather watch Speed 2 Cruise Control than this. I really would. It seems like they just had to throw in that Olympic decathlete just to explain why his physical nature of Arnold's character. George Clooney just I like George Clooney as an actor, but even as Bruce Wayne, he just doesn't work. Watch this again. Robin being a whiny fucking brat who needs his fucking diaper. That's what he sounds like. And then George Clooney seems like he's bored and don't give a fuck. I know George Clooney will make fun of the film, which made sense. He also makes fun of The Peacemaker, though, and I'm like, The Peacemaker's actually a pretty decent film. Like, The Peacemaker's not that bad. This one, though, I can understand. But I think because this is the era that he was trying to make it in movies, and he did these big sort of pull for the gold, pull for the lottery ticket, and they didn't work out well because The Peacemaker did nothing, and then this did embarrassing. But he's probably from Dusk Till Dawn because he did an interview for Dusk Till Dawn on the German Blu-ray, which I think I uploaded the interview on my other channel, which I never post on that because I forgot the fucking password for that channel. So the only bits that George Clooney, Bruce Wayne's psyche is a little bit of his background with Alfred, and that's it. They do nothing with Bruce Wayne in this film, nothing at all. The fuck? Oh yeah. Poison Ivy looking like a slut. Although it doesn't even look that good. I would not go near her. I would go like she's got something with the STDs or some other alphabet. See, I don't think Poison Ivy in this looks erotic or hot. I'm sorry. And God, just so over the top with Venom. John Glover's an idiot for a scientist. Go get some of the money and get a fucking hooker. Fucking moron. And John Glover, he's been in a lot of stuff. He was in The Mouth of Madness at the very beginning. He was in Gremlins 2, The New Batch. A few other stuff too. Yeah, this is definitely one of Uma Thurman's worst performances either. Although I don't know how the hell anyone can make this fucking shit work, to be honest. I just don't get why people would say yes to this. I guess they thought, hey, it'd be fun and goofy to do. Maybe they did think of it as a kid's film. But even kids weren't having it. Even kids were like, fuck, dude, this fucking shit sucks. Stupid. Even as a kid, I didn't like this film. Don't fucking lie. I know what kind of snow you're talking about. Like, did we want Arnold in a goddamn robe and polar bear slippers trying to get a bunch of fucking marble mouths trying to sing? As I what? Why does Mr. Freeze, whose temperature needs to be zero, smoke cigars? You think smoking cigars would warm him? Again, he wants to be at 0 degrees, but he's smoking cigars. Just because Arnold's like, I need to be smoking my cigars. It don't matter. I think that was VJ Fox. When he talks with a cigar, he does sound a little bit like Dutch. Maybe just because he really, to be able to get out of this hole, as soon as we're cut off, I wouldn't waste that as a broke dick dog. Just like this movie. Wouldn't waste this movie on a broke dick dog. Don't fuck, give a fuck about your fucking tear behind the frozen food section. Makes me wonder, like, who the fuck built all this shit? You would think the people who built this shit probably would know, like, did he build all this by himself? Did he get construction crews? That makes you wonder, like, did they get construction crews in here to build this shit? Or did all the henchmen do it? Those henchmen doesn't seem like they could build shit. Doesn't seem like they build Tonka toys, let alone this high-tech shit. Which means he would have to get outside help. What did he do? Pay him off to keep silent? Or did he fucking kill them or something? And so what we got for is, fuck you, George Clooney, being a smart ass. Well, that's okay, Alfred. I mean, it's the first time it's happened in 30 years. Get the door yourself, you lazy fuck. Alicia Silverstone. Boy, where did her career go? Clueless was a hit, and then what? Did this film, and I think Excess Baggage, and like nothing for years and years. I don't even remember what the fuck the last thing she did. But she's related to Alfred. Batgirl. Michael Goff is doing the best he can as Alfred. I mean, I just compared to other films, there's a little bit more for Alfred, the fact that he's dying. But God, George Clooney just doesn't work in this. Even as Bruce Wayne, he seems disinterested. Maybe George Clooney just doesn't fit in this kind of role. Like he fit well in From Dusk Till Dawn, or even film like Michael Clayton. But maybe he just doesn't fit in this. Now, there's different stories as to why Val Kilmer didn't come back. One story is that Joel Schumacher and them hated working with Val Kilmer, which I can buy because I've heard so many horror stories about Val Kilmer. So I can buy that, like, fuck it. Another one was he was supposed to come back, but then he did The Saint. And people were pissed off about that, so okay, fuck it, we'll do it without you. Again, considering all the stories I hear, Val Kilmer seems like a real piece of shit. Just, whether it be the stories on the island of Dr. Moreau, that he was taking cigarettes and putting the tips on people's ears behind their backs, like Val Kilmer would do that. Or Adam Marcus, who directed him in a movie, Conspiracy, that Val Kilmer would make people cry on set and would get fights and would get drunk and drugs. Just Val Kilmer seems like a piece of shit. You rarely hear anyone say a good thing about Val Kilmer. Go figure. Alicia Silverstone here acts like she's fucking 10 years old. It's good to see you again. Like she triumphed for Shirley fucking Temple. I mean, you need to go to bed, Alfred. You lying bitch. Where the fuck do you think you're going? And the fucking music is like do 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 do, and we did. Well, what happened if she just fucking fell down? Whoops. Oh shit, I fell down. Oh, yeah. End of her character. Wow. Nice when it lasted. No, it wasn't. Shut up. Oh yeah, okay. Poison Ivy wearing ugly hair to more ugly hair. Who the fuck wants to see Bane wearing a goddamn fedora being a fucking chauffeur? The only two live action Batman films I liked are Tim Burton's films, and then I liked quite a few of the DC animated films. I like Batman Under the Red Hood. I like The Dark Knight Returns with Peter Weller. I like Batman Superman Public Enemies. I like Batman vs. Dracula. There's a couple of them I liked, animated wise. Oh, thank God they bring this bit of info up so we can use it for the ending of the film. Because this will not be used in the plot, this whole satellite heat lamp thing. And who the hell is this girl as his girlfriend? I completely forgot he had a girlfriend in this. That shows how much of an impact this fucking character makes. Uma Thurman, Jesus Christ. I know I keep repeating this, but George Clooney just does not work in this, man. And just none of the acting's really good in this movie. I mean, I guess really in terms of good, what are they aiming for? They're aiming for this goofy, silly kids, whatever the fuck this is. Batman and Robin protect us, even from plants and flowers. The dialogue delivery, this tone is such goofball bullshit. They might as well have just gotten fucking Adam West and Burt Ward to do the goddamn film then. They should have done. They should have just said, fuck it. This is a sequel to Adam West Batman. Just put fucking Adam West and Burt Ward in the goddamn thing. Why the fuck not? In fact, I think that would have been more successful critical-wise. Commercial-wise, I don't know. Well, this wasn't that much of a success anyway, so I guess it wouldn't hurt it. But you might as fucking well. Why didn't you just do that then? Why There's Arnold thinking, what the fuck happened to my career? That was at this point where, again, he did films like Junior. Let's see. I love End of Days, and I like Collateral Damage, but they did not do well. That came out after this. Sixth Day did not do well, and it was okay. Terminator 3 was considered a disappointment. And then he retired, went into being a governor, and he fucked up California. People thought he was a shitty governor. Then he tried to get back in the movies. He was in The Expendables as a cameo. Then he was in The Last Stand, which I liked. To me, it's the last truly good Arnold film was The Last Stand, and that bombed. And then, what? Steve Plan, fuck that shit. Sabotage, piece of shit, in my opinion. Killing Gunther, one of his most embarrassing efforts. Maddie and Aftermath, valid attempts, but just I didn't care for them. And Arnold was not the problem. It was just I thought they were very boring films. Just as a drama doesn't mean it has to be. I mean, Copland is a great performance by Stallone, but that's a very interesting film. Maddie, I think, could have been interesting, but I think it was the director fucked it up. I mean, you got Arnold in a zombie film, and yes, it's more dramatic, but come on, you still got Arnold in a zombie film. What do you expect? And then there was barely Arnold disappear for chunks of it, and everything looked fucking gray. The opposite of this. This it does look like fucking somewhere in Las Vegas. David Copperfield or David Blaine or Chris Angels will pop out and do some shit. I can't even say David Blaine. He's more of a street performer, more Chris Angel. And I like David Blaine a lot more than Chris Angel anyway. So are these for hookers for the entire night? Oh, this is Poison Ivy taking off this gorilla suit. Why do people turn just because the music changed? Like, why would people be silent watching some shitty gorilla suit dance? Would they get fucking two cars to go turn around and look at the gorilla suit? Okay, the guys are looking for some reason. What about the girls? Or is there lesbian tendencies? Same with this dust she sprays. What about the girls? Does the girls want to fuck her brains out too? Cause yeah, that's what we want to see in the Batman movies. Goddamn love potion shit. Love potion number 9 starring Sandra Bullock. So I guess the girls do want to fucking fuck her too because they're mesmerized. I thought her suit just looked ugly. It looked like, I don't know, the sister of the Jolly Green Giant. And sorry, the Jolly Green Giant look doesn't equal sexy to me. Uma Thurman, I think, is a good actress, but I just never thought of her as sexy. I'm sorry, I never did. But I love Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. I reviewed those. I think mainly because her face. That's not a slight against it. I'm not one to talk. It's just being honest. Her face isn't the prettiest to me. Mine's not either, so again, I could comment on that. But Alicia Silverstone, I think she's pretty. Uma Thurman, yeah. She seems like someone that could play a witch. My garden needs tending, because, yeah, a lot of sexual innuendos for a fucking film with Batman credit cards. So I'm trying to remember, what the fuck is her plan? She needs his money, I guess, for her project or something? Oh yeah, this is where I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. A Batman credit card. Good through forever. I guess Mr. Freeze thought that was so funny. He kept repeating it. Chill. 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 Great, now he's gotta fight some hottie puck fucks. The making of the film on the DVD, they even said how, like Chris Dowell mentioned how Batman Forever felt like they were making a movie. They felt like he felt like he was making a toy commercial. And he's right. This is a glorified toy commercial. And Joel Schumacher talked about how so many people, like apparently not many wanted to involve with Batman Forever because of Batman Returns, pissed off McDonald's or whoever the fuck. But since Batman Forever was such a surprise hit to them, like, oh shit, everyone wants to be part of Batman and Robin. All these toys, toys, toys. And Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy just doesn't seem as interesting of a fucking tag team situation as the Penguin and the Catwoman. The Bat, the Cat, and the Penguin. And this is a time it seemed like every film had to be two villains. That's why with the new Batman, I hope they don't overboard the shit. I really hope they don't get too much of a clusterfuck. You know it's Zali's 11 minutes? Are you sure Batman sure it's not 10 or 12 minutes? You're sure it's 11 minutes? If you say so. Why did Bane have to say Monty work? Monty fucking shit. What is it? I guess some of the art design, I mean, it's trying to have unique vehicles, unique environments, unique sets, a different world. It does look like a different world, unlike ours. That looks like some pretty decent, either practical, like model work effects. And, some CGI that doesn't hold up the best. I mean, it could be an interesting idea that they're driving along this gigantic fucking statue. Batman's a bit of a dick here. Why do we even need this whole Batman Robin being pissed at each other thing? They thought, well, we gotta have something. No, you really don't. But fuck do I know? And Batman, you fucked up anyway, so it didn't matter. Plus Batman, if he could do this, I'm sure Robin could have done the same thing too, but... And then just cut to Batman standing over Mr. Freeze. As if they're getting ready to have sex or something. Just such a weird cut. You're sick of it. It's only been one fucking film. Not 2 or 3 films, just one fucking film. And it kind of is his house. He's a billionaire. You're fucking eating his food, having his toys to play with. Stop being a fucking butt munch. Little CDs. Yes. I still got an hour left of this fucking movie. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, there's a little thing at a gravesite with Alfred for a whole 5 seconds. I know after this, Joel Schumacher wanted to do a darker Batman film, like Batman was a Year One or Batman Triumphant, or I forget what the fuck it was called. But there was also something like it was going to be Scarecrow and maybe Brad Dourif, or I don't fucking remember all the details. I have a feeling someone's done a video like all the Batman films that were never made. And maybe all the Superman films that were never made. If not, someone should make that video. That's the tough thing with doing commentaries. It's hard to talk straight through for fucking 2 hours when didn't make the film. Arkham Asylum. Why don't they do a Batman movie based on the Arkham Asylum video game? Like Batman trapped in Arkham Asylum. There's something that closes all the doors, like all the, how do I put it? In case there's a lockdown procedure, so the entire place is cut off. And then kind of like Die Hard, there's a time lock that bad guys try to get. And at this point in time, they'll unlock it and they'll be free. So Batman has a time limit to do what he needs to do. And then you have all the bad guys let loose so he can fight all these thugs, all the villains. You have different set pieces with different villains. And there's one location, so you can bring a little Assault on Precinct 13 or a little bit of James Cameron's Aliens into the mix. Just saying. I didn't realize this is the third time Arnold worked with Jesse Ventura. Does Jesse Ventura is one of the guards? Does he work with Jesse Ventura in Predator? And then also the Running Man. Yeah, Jesse Ventura is one of these guards. I forgot Jesse Ventura was in this. So yeah, that's the third time they worked together. I wonder if Arnold brought Jesse Ventura in. Of course, both of them became governors. Jesse Ventura became governor of Minnesota. Do not enter Turkish bath? Really, a Turkish bath? I think one of these is... No. I'm thinking Batman Forever, never mind. I want to say, is it one of these... Don the Dragon Wilson? Or is that Batman Forever? I think that's Batman Forever. Fuck are these... this is just to showcase that Batman can do stuff, but then he doesn't really get a fight scene with Batman, so makes it kind of pointless. And it's these goofy, silly, stupid sound effects. Like a cartoon. It's not even a fight, it just did one thing. Because all the idiots was on the one fucking thing at the same time. Got so much fucking neon, it's a rave lover's wet dream. Great, did her little fucking Little Shop of Horrors fetish in there. The fucking movie's a bane of people's existence. Shut up, bitch. Just put a fucking cock in your mouth and be a slut. Then you give some worth to the world, Poison Ivy. You fucking dumb bitch of a character. Probably uses one of those fucking flower vines for her own personal pleasure. What the fuck is this girl? I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Then get the fuck out of here. It just says daydreams of Poison Ivy. A fat lasts that fucking long? Just so. And she looks like she's ready for the dread show. Drag show, man. Have your heroes fucking horny for bitches. Fuck you studying her habits. She can go out the fuck she wants. Ain't goddamn prison. What, you're a fucking keeper? Put a fucking freak on a leash on her? PF. It's funny, one of the songs in this movie is the song that would be later used in Watchmen. Done in a different way, but almost as if someone wanted to take that song and it's like, hey, is that fucking Coolio? I forgot Coolio was in this fucking film. The fuck is Coolio doing in this fucking movie? I asked you first, dipshit, how much you got? You know what, this seems like a fucking sequel to Double Dragon, that's what it seemed like. Where's the fucking... was fucking Lee Brothers? Were they the Lee brothers? That shows how much I fucking remember Double Dragon. I don't even remember the characters' names. One's Billy, Jimmy, or Bimmy and Jimmy, depending who you look at, what game you look at. Billy and Jimmy or Bimmy and Jimmy. Bimmy? Bimmy? It does seem like a fucking sequel to Double Dragon now that I think about it. Where's the power core at? Maybe sequel to this is a fucking sequel to Double Dragon. Someone put that link together. Someone make that a fucking thing. Secretly, this is a sequel to Double Dragon. And a sequel to Double Dribble and whatever the fuck else. Prequel to... I mean... The prequel to this is Double Impact. I don't fucking know. Motorcycle scene I don't give a fuck about because I don't care about the characters. I don't really know much about Lisa Silverstone's character other than, okay, Alfred. She's... Alfred is kind of her uncle. That's all I know about the girl, so I don't care. This is an hour in. That's all we know about her. And she likes motorcycles. And one guy has a fucking mohawk on his helmet. Why do you have a mohawk on his helmet? Just I'm so pretty. I got a mohawk on my fucking motorcycle helmet. What the fuck for? Dude, you ask it with everything. What the fuck for? Fuck is the Running Man now? It's probably like, hey, we gotta have an action scene, so here we go. It's I mean, it's not boring, I guess. I think this is Rob, yeah. Chris O'Donnell and Alicia. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not saying anything because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say about this whole thing about Alicia Silverstone and Alfred's not happy and this is supposed to be the emotional core that Alfred is dying, but I don't know, just doesn't work. Maybe because the rest of the film is so goofy and so silly and so cartoonish and so campy that trying to throw this serious bit in just doesn't work. Because you just don't buy into it. Because you told me if A, B, and C are goofy, then when you try to introduce D as something serious, it just doesn't get fulfilled all the way. It just makes you go, whatever. That, I don't know if that makes sense. Like that, that kind of reaction. I don't know how else to put it. It's like fucking whatever. A whatever reaction. My sister. Her hair looks like she's got tits on her head. She had tits growing out of her fucking head. The guy on the right, I recognize. Like, I know I've seen him before. That's not Ralph Moeller, is it? From Universal Soldier? And I'd have to look at the credits. You killed Jesse Ventura, you bitch. See, you got the Riddler, you got Two-Face. How the fuck did they get Two-Face's costume? What'd they do? Go into the water to find Two-Face's body? Her hair, what the fuck is up with her hair? She looks like a goddamn fox bunny, like goddamn ears. Set me free. That line delivery. A laundry service that delivers. Wow. Is it, no one, nothing. There's no. Even as camp as it is, there's no sincerity in any of the line delivery. There's no value. There's no. Stupid to say believability, but there's just no genuine line reading. God damn, man. I don't know if the pipes will freeze that fucking fast, but whatever. Fucking Babin and Robin. Why the fuck do you care if he has a wife? What, do you want to fuck his brains out or something? You want to get married to the motherfucker? Fuck do you care if he has a wife? Boom, boom, hey, whatever. Go shoot yourself instead. Get out of this movie. Alfred, that's bullshit. If you're dying, you tell your fucking loved one. It's going to slow down the webcam, but I actually want to look up any trivia on this, so bear with me a sec. One sec. I mean, the Batman costume, Robin costume, I don't know, I mean... Oh wow, this is just a 3.7 IMDb. I can't blame him. Can't blame him. So let me look at the trivia here. Not much shit going on screen anyway. Except they found the wife. Most of the scenes with Batgirl were cut because Alicia Silverstone had gained a few pounds during production and the wardrobe team had to refit her costume. Director Joe Schumacher blamed studio pressure to make the film more toyetic. In a making of documentary, he apologized to disappointed fans. Rarely anyone does that, so... I'm like, Joe... You're a good guy. You're a good director. After film was completed, Arnold had heart surgery. Studios were anxious about insuring Schwarzenegger, and he could not do work again until end of days. George Clooney has been known to refund people who saw this film. When filming was over, George Clooney quipped, "I think we just killed the series." Joe Schumacher had several meetings with Warner Brothers trying to convince them to let him make another Batman movie. He wanted to take the film back to its darker roots and make a Batman Year One movie. Schumacher wanted to cast Kurt Russell as a young Commissioner Gordon and Selena Kyle as a young, beautiful African-American woman. Warner Bros. Decided not to rehire Schumacher, and this Batman film stayed in limbo for years until Batman Begins. Oh no, I was wrong. Batman does fight Bane. Completely forgot about this scene. I completely forgot about this scene. Robin getting the shit hit down in that. Wrestler Jeep Swenson died 2 months after the film's release. George Clooney revealed that for years after doing this film, he generally blamed himself for ruining the series, stating, "I always apologize for Batman." Chris O'Donnell confirmed in 2012 interview that a Robin Nightwing spinoff was planned alongside Batman Unchained. However, he reported the plans were scrapped after the poor reception of Batman and Robin. Two sequels were planned. Batman Unchained, a direct sequel, would have George Clooney and Chris O'Donnell reprising their roles, although there were no plans for Alicia Silverstone to return. Scarecrow and Harley Quinn would have been the main villains, with cameos from past villains in the series appearing as hallucinations due to Scarecrow's fear gas. The film was going to take the film back to its darker roots. The other film was a Robin Nightwing spin-off, with Chris O'Donnell reprising his role as Dick Grayson. It is speculated that if films beyond Batman Unchained were to be made, O'Donnell would be Nightwing rather than Robin. After the film's poor box office returns, several Batman projects were considered. Batman Unchained, Batman Year One, Batman Beyond. After Val Kilmer refused to return for the film, David Duchovny was also considered for the role of Bruce Wayne Batman. Duchovny was later considered for the same role in Batman Begins. When George Clooney accepted the role of Batman, he immediately called his cousin Miguel Ferrer. Ferrer is a Batman fan whose father, Jose Ferrer, was the first actor offered the role of the Joker in Batman 1966. Interesting, I did not know that. I always forget George Clooney was related to Miguel Ferrer. John Glover was interviewed and said that Joel Schumacher would sit on a train with a megaphone and say, "Remember everyone, this is a cartoon." It was hard to act because that kind of set the tone for the film. After the film's negative reception, plans for Tim Burton's Superman Lives have been shut down. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger is reported to have earned $25 million for playing Mr. Freeze. Yeah. Let's see. Ed Harris, Patrick Stewart, and Anthony Hopkins were Joel Schumacher's choices for Mr. Freeze. Well, it makes more sense than Arnold. Arnold declined to reprise the role of Conan for Conan the Conqueror, which was rewritten as Cole the Conqueror, to star as Mr. Freeze in this film. So he could have done a Conan movie in 1997, but he did Mr. Freeze. But now he wants to do a Conan film. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm looking through the trivia. Although considered a flop, Batman and Robin was Warner Brothers' highest grossing film both domestically and worldwide for 1997. Go figure. Joel Schumacher originally wanted Nicole Kidman to play Poison Ivy in Batman Forever, but they thought, okay, it was too many villains, so they cast Kidman as Dr. Chase Meridian and saved Poison Ivy for the sequel. Screenwriter Tiva Goldsman was blamed for ruining the movie. Director Joe Schumacher defended him, saying, Tiva Goldsman was blamed for this sort of lightness and humor and fun in games, but that's not fair. I take full responsibility. Tiva did write the script, but I shot it and worked with Tiva, so you know if you love a movie, there are hundreds of people who made it lovable for you. If you don't like it, blame the director. That's what our names are there for. Joe Schumacher's a pretty stand-up guy. May he rest in peace. I mean, that's pretty stand-up of him. Jeep Swenson was chosen to play Bane after the stuntman on Batman Returns recommended him. Joe Schumacher once said in an interview that if Arnold had not wanted to play Mr. Freeze, Stallone was his second choice. Why, though? Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, called Batman and Robin the most important comic book movie ever made because its catastrophic failure forced major comic book companies and film studios to rethink how they presented comic book-based media. Which I guess if you think about it, that's kind of true, because after that you had Blade, X-Men, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Blade 2, X-Men 2, Daredevil, which I love, and then you go into Marvel, all that stuff. Kane Hodder was Joel Schumacher's first choice for Bane, but he chose Jeep Swenson for his height of 6'4". Interesting. Jason Voorhees is Bane? Interesting. Oh, that's true. Vivica Fox, I said, was in this. Her and Uma Thurman worked together on Kill Bill. Alicia Silverstone did a podcast and explained about the making of the film. I can't say that it was that much fun. I love George Clooney and I had such a good experience with him. He was so sweet to me and kind. Really protected me and took care. Loved Michael Goff, the man who played Alfred. He was a dream and he and I had such a good relationship. Aside from that, it wasn't like the deepest acting experience of my career. It's more technical. It's really a lot. Look over there and throw something. Where am I looking? What am I looking at? What am I throwing? The suit's uncomfortable and I was young. At 18, putting that suit on and not knowing what the heck I was doing, I can't say it was that fun. "95% of the dialogue was looped." Damn. Rather being the devious and intelligent villain of the comics, this version of Bane was an inarticulate thug who served as the bodyguard, henchman, and assistant to Poison Ivy. Yeah, go figure. Let's see. Sorry I'm not talking about much of a movie. I'm just more interested in the trivia behind this. Let's see. Yeah, not much I can say about the trivia. It says Corey Haim had a cameo? Briefly visited a biker gang member. I completely missed that. So I guess Corey Haim has a cameo in this? Corey Haim at 1 hour 2 minutes, briefly visible as a biker gang member. Well, I can't go back now, but okay. A majority of the scenes with the girlfriend, Elle McPherson, were edited out from the final cut. In one scene, she breaks up with Bruce when he chooses to be with one over the other. Apparently, also, there was a scene. Apparently, that character died, and Poison Ivy stabbed her to death with a knife. And Poison Ivy will later be shown using the same knife in the film during her fight with Batgirl. The death scene was cut out of the film because it was considered too dark. And then Joel Schumacher thought maybe he could bring the character back for a fifth film. The script featured an elaborate subplot about the revelation of Poison Ivy's real identity. Yeah, I just see why that was cut out. You know, I'm gonna keep the movie going. I'll be right back. I need a drink of water. I'll be right back. So, I know, I'm sorry. I'm fine with taking a little bit of break from the movie. That Robin just being a fucking idiot in this movie. That seemed like stuff he was just trying so hard to spit out. Friend, partner, brother. Like each time he said it, he looked like he got an electric shock. Friend, brother, partner. Didn't look like with George Clooney. Friend, brother, partner. He just, it's not natural of anything, man. And George Clooney's a better actor than that. I've seen these other two actors before. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I know. I think the one guy, the Asian guy, he was in Falling Down. He was the guy that Michael Douglas wanted to buy the soda, and then Michael Douglas, but I won't have change for the phone. You buy that, you get out. So yeah, he was at the store owner in Falling Down. The other one, she seems familiar, but I don't know off the top of my head. Tired of the fucking ice puns, man. Jesus Christ. Did Mr. Freeze make this many goddamn ice puns in the source material? Could someone please tell me? Fuck's sake. This is made for little well, even little kids would think this movie shit. At least I did. I mean, 83... Yeah, I was probably like 14 years old when this came out, and I went, what the fuck is this? Maybe because at that point I'm like, Arnold! Oh, but I'd rather watch Predator, or rather watch The Running Man when I was 14 years old. So now, what is he, fucking Max Headroom now? Do you imagine Michael Goff, like, I'm gonna make this skin tight, nipple looking, butt clenching suit for my niece? It's pretty creepy of Alfred. I mean, technically Alfred would have made the costumes, right? Just no one else would have. Who else would have made the costumes? So Alfred made this skin tight costume for his niece? Dude, pretty creepy if you think about it for 2 seconds. Like, Alfred, you fucking incestual pervert. But probably a lot more going to Batcave than we want to know. Fucking Alfred. Goddamn bullshit. Oh, holy fucking shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Boom, 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 boom. Fucking voice just closed up. I was a fucking idiot till the whole plan. Well, he was villain being cocky, thinks she's hot shit, and she ain't. So she's full of shit. Because Batman decided you can also make fucking... What the hell do they call it? They say it a little bit. Rubber lips. The thing for Chris O'Donnell, he was... Chris O'Donnell, after Batman Forever, they tried to make him a big star. It never really worked out because he did films like The Chamber which I haven't seen to be fair. But he did The Chamber. He did, what was that fucking film that he was trying to get married? Like everyone was running after him. Was it The Bachelor? Vertical Limit. The next time he found big success was NCIS Los Angeles. That's a bad effect. Like you tell that was just a reverse shot. Like Robin got up, and you tell they just reversed the film. That's literally how it looked like. And apparently that bit there was recorded because we see that later. Like where the fuck did that recording come from? Who the fuck was recording? I know some people like Uma Thurman's performance because she's so campy, but just the entire film, I think I reviewed all the Batman films and I ranted on this. Curses. Why would the plant try to eat her anyway? Doesn't make any sense. If she's controlling all the plants, why would that happen? Of course people know who the fuck you are, lady. You only have a little strip on your eyes. If Batman, the world's greatest detective, can't tell you're fucking Barbara, then he needs to fire himself. And that dialogue, Sally, you could hear today, well, they PC, how about Batwoman or Batperson? An ode for things to come, sadly, today's PC ridiculousness. I mean, this did kill the Batman franchise for 8 years, technically, from 97 to, what, 2005? So, quite a bit. And you know what? If this film was a huge, like, if they did a great job with the film and it was a huge hit, they probably would have made Superman Lives. They'd go, hey, till the next Batman, would you have this? But they're like, well, fuck, even Batman's not doing well. That's the thing, like, Warner Brothers, that was a time where a lot of the films were not doing well. I try to remember all the films they had. I mean, Steel and... fuck. Watch The Death of Superman Lives. They go a little bit into that, which was pretty interesting. That this is a bad time for Warner Brothers. And it doesn't look like a toy commercial. Jesus. And like Robin has a different costume. It doesn't even have red anymore. It has like silver. Practical effects, I'll give you that. There's some practical, pretty much all practical effects. It's not just CGI fest. So it just says shield is ice resistant, so it can block the ice. I guess so. Does he just happen to know that would fucking happen too? Was he fucking Jigsaw of superheroes? I guess he just fucking knows what happens in the future. Batman's part psychic. This is the thing with Batman, like, it seems like he just happens to have the right tool for the right moment, just out of his ass. It's like, what's the male equivalent of a Mary Sue? Chibi Del Rey, whatever. Where's the snowman? Maybe he melted. Nah, he's hibernating. Please shoot me in the face right now with a goddamn loaded condom. Please do. It'd be better than this. God damn it, man. Okay, before he said it takes 11 minutes or they're dead. Those two people have been on ice more than fucking 11 minutes. Because the whole point, like the fight scene with Uma Thurman, Din, all the way from there to where freezes, that was more than fucking 11 minutes. Didn't he say 11 minutes thaw them out or they're dead at the party earlier? Guess that don't fucking matter now. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And Batgirl just happens to know how to do that too. She probably the first time she's used that fucking thing, but she just knows how to do that. To save both their butts. Was that women's instinct or something? It's just one of those days. Just even the extras. It's almost like Sam Raimi Spider-Man extras. They just have to put in some fucking extra campy bullshit. Which is worse, this or Spider-Man 3? I would say Spider-Man 3 is still worse than this. I think it's longer than this too. So yeah, I still say Spider-Man 3 is worse. Like with the extras, like Batman Forever, that one guard at the beginning, the remember the safe scene in Batman Forever? You had that one guard. Oh my god, it's acid. That's fucking just goofy shit. Bad case of slow-mo. You tell that was not originally shot in slow-mo, so there's ways of shooting slow-mo, and then after that, oh, just add slow-mo. There's a difference between, you could tell. You just tell George was not uncomfortable saying these lines. Hey, Freeze, the heat is on. I'm like, are you sure? The heat is on. Like, yeah, are you sure? Here goes. If you say so, buddy. Great, a heat lamp stops fucking Freeze. Glorified gigantic heat lamp. Sorry, I'm not saying anything, but just I mean, you have some pretty decent effects on a model work level. I'll give credit to that. Stop screaming and listen to me. I'm sorry, I think at the point I'm just dumbfounded that, a group of people, a group of adults are making this and they thought, yep, this is one of those films they just kept throwing money at the screen. They thought that would fix the problem. They're just throwing money at the screen. They thought it'd be fine. Kids are stupid. Maybe they have a point on that, but kids are stupid. They'll like this. Not really. To be honest, Robin didn't really do shit for this finale if you think about it. I mean, he got thrown in the fucking water in Poison Ivy. Batgirl stopped Poison Ivy. And then here, I guess he helped with Bane with the help of Batgirl. Batgirl helped figure this shit out with the unfreezing everything. Batman stopped freeze. This piece of the Elliot Goldenthal score, which was in Batman Forever, is not bad. It's a good piece of score. I still prefer Danny Elfman's Batman, but not a bad piece of score. Again, you heard this at first in Batman Forever. And a few of the songs, I don't mind Gotham City by R. Kelly. Yes, he has a penchant for pissing on people, but it's a good song, Gotham City. Better than the movie, honestly. I kind of wish that song was at the end of Batman '89, honestly, because Prince's songs in Batman, they're okay. Yeah. Like, how the fuck did they record that, and who recorded it? Uma Thurman saying that. Like, who recorded the shit? And exactly where the movie camera was. So was Batman just to decide with a video camera? Buried deep within the snow. Will you help me? Doctor, what the fuck? Are you fucking William Shatner or something? Like, why are you talking like that? And why the fuck did he just happen to have a cure for McGregor's, whatever the fuck it was? He just happened to have that? For what? Like, why did he just have the... Does he have cure for every disease stay around his entire fucking suit? He just happened to have, hey, that one disease thing that they made up for the movie. Here, it's in my arm. Why is it there? Because. See, that's why I could blame a team. Like, whoever the fuck team. Just stupid shit. Like, what the fuck? That'd be hilarious if Mr. Freeze lied and this shit, like, kills Alfred and just burned him from the inside out. Well, technically, this is kind of like lasers. Kind of like acid, so it burns him. He melts from the inside out, and so they're sitting there while Alfred's burning, and they, he lied. I'm like, it's a fucking villain that tried to kill the city, and you're surprised that he lies. Just killing everybody, that's fine, but if he lies, how could he? That's what's always crazy in movies. Like, someone's willing to murder 100 people or 10 people or 1,000 people, but then they get shot that the guy lies. Just so strange. Just so strange. Why would they let Freeze have his entire armor and get up in prison? Like, why would they do that? Why would they let his entire armor get up in prison? I guess because he chose, he's like, I will be here willingly as long as I can help my wife. Maybe that's why. Just he's not that bad of a guy. Sounds like a Spider-Man villain. He's not that bad of a guy. 2 seconds later, Alfred explodes because the shit they put in him from Mr. Freeze. Alfred! Chris O'Donnell didn't really do anything in the finale. I guess the rubber lips bit, I guess. I guess that's what. Now go Power Rangers. Fucking, you know. No, you're not, because there's no more movies after this. I wonder if the actors actually ran in the silhouette or they just hired someone else to do it. I just picture like people leaving the movie theater, like what their reactions were. Like if you could have a camera back in 1997 filming people. Oh, Pierre McDonald. That's the guy who directed Rambo 3. He was a second unit. Yeah, a different version of this song was in the Watchmen trailer. Um, yeah, Ralph Moeller. Okay, it was the Asylum Guard. He was one of the soldiers, the Universal Soldier. He was the guy who... The guy put the grenade in his hand and he closed it and trapped the scientist. And then the entire inside blew up. He's a guy driving when Dolph Lundgren, they go off the cliff. Yeah, if this song sounds familiar, a different version of it would be in the Watchmen trailer. Stunt coordinator Pat E. Johnson, who worked on Karate Kid and the original Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I don't need to watch the entire fucking credits. Rick Baker had a hand in this? I can't tell what the fuck that says. I think the wife character, Nora Freeze. I guess Rick Baker had a hand in that. I'm just skipping through the credits. Oh, here you have the song Gotham City. I do think that's a generally good song. And you know what? I think this song would have worked great at the end of Batman 89. I mean, I don't know, maybe it would conflict with the tone of Batman 89 to be fair, but I don't know, just... I do really like the song. City of pissing, city of joy. I'm gonna piss on every man and boy. We all need to piss. You don't have to like it. Gotham Pissy by R. Kelly. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Thanks for watching the commentary. Thanks once again to Gia for the request. We will see you guys later. Bye-bye.